That's it for us. Let's go to Harris Faulkner.
Utah authorities obviously right now giving that news conference, and we are learning about the charges against the suspect in first the disappearance and murder of Utah college student Mackenzie Lueck. Let's watch together.
June 17, 2019. Mackenzie's last text to Ajayi that morning was at 2:58 a.m. Salt Lake City police detectives began to search for Mackenzie and discovered that after arriving in Salt Lake City on June 17, she took a lift from Salt Lake City International Airport to Hatch Park in North Salt Lake City. Lift records indicated that Mackenzie was dropped off at Hatch Park at approximately 2:59 a.m. Cell phone records for both Mackenzie and Ajayi placed them at Hatch Park during this time. Additionally, Mackenzie's cell phone records indicate that her phone was powered off at 2:59 a.m. and was never powered back on. A forensic analysis of the phone records shows that Ajayi's phone was back at his residence located at 547 North, 10th West in Salt Lake County, Utah at approximately 3:07 a.m. On June 26, 2019, investigators executed a search warrant on Ajayi's home. Detectives discovered what appeared to be a freshly dug site behind Ajayi's garage. During the forensic excavation of the site, police located a human bone, charred muscular tissue, part of a scalp with hair, a cell phone, and other charred personal items. Furthermore, in an alleyway adjacent to Ajayi's home, investigators located charred black fabric, buckles, and other items of evidentiary value. DNA testing of the muscular tissue returned a profile consistent with a DNA profile obtained from the personal items belonging to Mackenzie. While executing the search warrant, detectives were directed to one of Ajayi's neighbors who reported that on June 17, 2019, the neighbor detected a, quote, horrible smell, end quote, coming from a fire in Ajayi's backyard. The neighbor stated that this fire was located behind Ajayi's garage in a pit covered by a white door in the same area detectives found at the freshly dug site. The neighbor also observed Ajayi pouring gasoline on the fire. During the execution of the search warrant, detectives seized Ajayi's vehicle, where a subsequent search revealed a strong odor of gasoline emitting from the trunk. Inside the trunk was a red gasoline can. Further investigation revealed that Ajayi had purchased a similar gas can at Smith's location near his residence at approximately 9 a.m. on June 17, 2019. On July 3rd, subsequent analysis of Ajayi's cell phone records placed Ajayi's cell phone near Logan Canyon on June 25, 2019, between 2:30 and 4:30 p.m. On July 3, 2019, law enforcement responded to Logan Canyon to search for Mackenzie's remains. After a lengthy search, detectives located a disturbed area of soil under a grove of trees. Under the soil, detectives located a charred human body. DNA testing of the body returned a profile consistent with Mackenzie's profile. Mackenzie's arms were bound behind her back by a zip tie and rope. A 5-centimeter hole was located on the left side of her skull, with part of her left scalp missing. Dr. Zachary Michalachek, with the Utah Office of Medical Examiner, performed an autopsy on Mackenzie. Dr. Michalachek determined that Mackenzie suffered blunt force trauma to the left side of her skull, resulting in significant intracranial hemorrhaging, which would have been fatal. Dr. Michalachek's preliminarily determined the manner of death to be homicide. Based on those facts, we have filed the charges that I mentioned to you. Let me also note at this time that the preceding facts which give us the support of filing of these charges, the presumption of innocence that is the hallmark of our justice system, is applicable here and is applicable to this defendant at this time. I also want to take a second at this moment to share with you that Blake Nakamura, myself, and Amy from our counseling unit spoke with the Lueck family, Greg and Diana, and to inform them of the charging decision. And we had a good discussion and a difficult discussion, but I would again reiterate their request to you, the media, and to our community to please honor their privacy as their family goes through this grieving process. They further asked me to express on their behalf the generosity of so many strangers and friends, the support and the prayers that have helped them through this very difficult time. They are genuinely appreciative and moved by the outpouring of love and compassion, and they wanted me to expressly thank everyone who has reached out to them in that capacity.